All right, we're live with the unspeakable oath, the fourth scenario for the Path to Carcosa cycle. I am a little under the weather, so my voice may go in and out, and I'm not necessarily thinking very straight. So we'll see how this goes. I'm really hoping for a successful run. It's one of the tougher scenarios for sure, and if you lose, then your character, your investigator, is permanently dead. So I'll have to pick a new investigator to complete the league with, and I really don't want to have to do that. So I'm just gonna let a few people join in here. I just was copying the link and sending it to the Discord, so whoever wants to watch can join in. Uh, as usual, I'm not gonna be checking the chat very often. Once I concentrate, it's hard for me to like just kind of look. If I spot a message, I'll respond to it, but don't take it personally, please. As of last scenario, we finished with 4 experience points. So we upgraded quite a few cards. We did put stargazing in there. We also put a lot of mobility, Pathfinder, and I got 3 copies of Open Gate, which for 1 experience point, you can put all 3 in your deck. So that was a huge bargain, and I think it's going to be really helpful. It's part of my strategy in this scenario. If I can get one in my opening hand, I will place that open gate right here at the yard. So when I'm done with all the requirements, jump right over there and then finish up. So that's the plan anyways, but you know how these things go. We had to add a -3 token to the bag, which we've done. Our bag now is set up. It's still a pretty easy chaos bag in this scenario, and I don't, I think two up is still pretty good chances of succeeding a test. There are a lot of -1s, so I think that we do have some good chances of beating a test by 2 or up. So that is what I'm planning on doing. These here are the lunatics, 7 cards. These here are the monsters, 7 cards. Set aside special lunatics, elite lunatics, and we'll go ahead and start by shuffling some decks. And these are the patient confinements, so those will go into play later. So we'll shuffle the encounter deck, which can be pretty annoying in this one. It doesn't straight up kill you, but it takes away all your stuff, and that's such a pain. And by stuff, I mean your items as well as your actions. So it can be kind of frustrating to fight against if you get a really bad combo done against you with it. Okay, I think that's shuffled okay. We'll go ahead and shuffle this, and we do get to put the top card of our deck up on the upside down as an asset with 2 horror threshold. So basically, the game's kind of throwing us a bone. We have a additional 2 horror that we can absorb. Not that that's an issue for Carolyn, but it's nice to have just in case. I have lost to horror before with her. In fact, happened in the first scenario. Oh, that got stuck. Let's do this again. All right. So if you're just joining, it's the Unspeakable Oath for the League. Scenario 4. This is a win or die scenario. And we've prepared as best as we can. Our turn counters will be going right here. Thor's keeping an eye for it. We'll be using these tokens right here and placing them as the turns go on. I am a little under the weather, so please don't mind my voice. These are random locations we have to pick, so we'll pick one at random. Set the other side. And we have a choice. We can start in the east or the west patient wing. We're going to go ahead and start right here. And so we pull our card that goes here. That is our asset with 2 horror on it. And I think we are just about ready to draw our opening hand. So let's see. Everything else setup-wise looks good. I have 1 mental and 1 physical trauma that I start with. I think that's all the things I need to tell you guys about. Okay, here we go. Opening hand. Shortcut. Crack the case. Yes, open gate. Enchanted blade. And crack the case again. Decent. I would like to have Peter in my opening hand because he definitely helps, especially with that little agility boost. Do we keep this hand? Crack the case can be handy. Yeah, we'll mulligan those three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, fair enough. That is our starting hand. And yeah, I mulliganed the weapon. I know. I'm taking a tremendous risk. I'm just hoping that the roaches don't nail me on the location with 5 shroud. But we'll deal with it as it happens. Okay, that's our opening hand. Decent, I guess. And let's go ahead and get started. So, first location is the Western Patient Wing, and it looks like it's a 3 shroud, 1 clue location. Each lunatic enemy gets +1 horror value. Not too worried about that. That gets a clue on it. That's fine. We have nothing else, nothing that we need to set up. So let's just move. We're gonna move to the yard first. The yard is 1 shroud, 1 clue, but you do have an extra shroud for each horror on you, and I do have 1 horror on me, so that's going to be a shroud of 2. I have an intellect of 4. We're going to investigate a 4 to a 2, -1. That's good enough, so we get the clue. That frees up the special action that we can do here, which is to initiate a riot or something like that, start a fight. And for each of those requirements that we do, I'm going to put a token on the location to mark that we've done that. Okay, that was action number 2, and this is turn 1. Thank you, Thor, for reminding me. Turn 1. Okay, final action. Let's go ahead and, so we moved, we investigated. No, that was the final action. That's it. That's my turn. So now we will draw a card. Oh, nice. That's going to be super handy. And we gain a resource. So turn number 2. Turn number 2. I'll just separate them. I guess you can see that there's 2 there. Doom goes on the agenda. And it's a whispers in your head. That's anxiety. And it says you cannot trigger special free action abilities. I hope you guys can see that. Okay. Fair. That's fair. I'm not going to get rid of it just yet because I want this to advance first. I don't want it reshuffled into the deck. So that's kind of not too bad. So we'll go ahead and use our first action on turn number 2. We're going to move back to the Asylum Halls. We'll spend 2 resources to boost Kenai. Our intellect will be now a 5. So we're going to go a 5 to a 3. That's a skull. Skulls are -1, so we get the clue. And that's good. So that was action number 2. Action number 3, we are going to move to the mess hall. And the mess hall has 2 shroud, 2 clues. And here's the kicker. When we pick up a clue there by investigating, we have to discard a card from our hand. Okay, no problem. That ends our turn. We will draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I forgot to put my thing there. Shoot. Already making mistakes face. That's going to cost me an action, but that's fine. I got to remember to go do that. We'll gain a resource. And 2 doom, so this advances, which it is now turn number 3. So we search the encounter discard pile for lunatic enemies, and we put a monster enemy underneath the stacked deck. So monster enemy here. lunatic enemies are going to get shuffled. I'm just going to randomly place them in and then shuffle. I can't believe I forgot to play the open gate. Cost me an action. If I lose by one action, it's because of that. Okay, no lunatics, please. No lunatics on my first draw. And here we go. Another whispers in your head. This one is dismay. Cannot commit skill cards to skill tests. Okay. Well, not fun. First thing we want to do, we'll just go ahead and play Stargazing, which gets put in our discard pile, and then we get to, these are out of the game cards. We get to put this into the top 10 cards of the encounter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Card gets shuffled in. I know it's an action for an action later on, but the draw card and gain a resource actually is a pretty good economy, and avoiding an encounter card is really good. So that's number one. We'll go ahead and get rid of cannot trigger free abilities, and that's our turn. So draw a card. It's reliable. Gain a resource. Doom goes on the agenda. And turn number 4, and it's Dance of the Yellow King. There are no lunatic enemies, so it gains Surge. That's good for me. Oh, and it's a lunatic. So we get a young psychopath who engages us, and we have to take a horror, or she'll get +3 fights. So, okay, no problem. We can't use this because we can't commit skill cards to skill tests because of dismay. So this, we're just going to have to fight her twice, I guess. Okay, we'll boost our combat. We'll spend, let's spend 4 resources to boost Kenai. Our combat goes up by 2, so we're fighting at a 4 to a 2. We need to hit her twice. That's a +1, so we hit her once. And -1. We hit her twice. She's dead. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's not good. Let's we may need resources later. Let's go ahead and play this. And it gets 4 secrets. And that's our turn. Again, God, I'm wasting time. Draw a card. Look at this. We get our weakness. Rational thought. 4 horror goes on it. We can't gain resources from Carolyn's ability, and we can't heal horror other than rational thought. That's not good. So we gain a resource. That's going to suck for this. Put a Doom on the agenda and draw our next card. And it is Walls Closing In. We have to test X willpower, which is going to be the Shroud value of 2. Our willpower is 3. -3. So we fail, so we either have to take 2 horror or choose an enemy, monster enemy, and I will choose a monster enemy. Okay. Yeah, I did use XP to get the open gate. Totally worth it because you get 3 copies for 1 XP. And Yeah, so completely worth it. So let me go ahead and investigate this before I get rid of this whispers in your head. We'll investigate twice. So we're going to go 4 to a 2, and we'll have to discard a card from our hand. That's a -4. That's not good enough. Okay, so try it again. 4 to a 2, -2. That's good enough. We succeed, and we have to choose and discard a card from our hand. Oh man, there's so many good ones. We'll discard this. We don't need this. And let's advance the act because we have 3 clues. 3 clues. We'll advance the act. So now it says that we have to make a test. First, we'll start with the intellect test. A 4 to a 4. -1. We failed. Okay, next we'll go for the agility test. A 2 to a 4. -2. We failed. We'll go for the combat test. A 2 to a 4. Failed. Okay. And then we'll just force the keys from the lady then, and we'll move on. So, objective, we got to find the Daniel's cell, and we can ignore the text on the asylum halls. Okay. We have one more action. Let's try and get this last clue. Clue, 4 to 2. -1. Good enough. We get rid of this, and then we have to get rid of a card from our hand. Oh man, I really did not want to get rid of a card, but we'll take the initiative. Okay. That's turn. So we will now draw a card, and it is working a hunch. And then we will gain a resource. And now next turn, so another one. So now it is turn 5. Put a doom on the agenda. And it's those darned roaches. God, I hate them. I really do not like them roaches. Okay. Let's figure this out. The combat value is 2 right now. Yeah. Okay. So we'll use 2 action to get rid of this. They'll hit us for 1 damage. Oh, this goes over here. They hit us for 1 damage, and then we are going to vicious blow. We're going to hit them, just punch cockroaches, spending 2 resources to boost our combat to a 3. Vicious blow brings it to a 4. Oh man. Yeah, okay, let's do 2 more. So we're going to be at a 5. 5 to a 2. This hit better land or I'm so screwed. All right, 5 to a 2. This could be the end of me right here. It's a tablet. The tablet is a -2. So we get them. We kill the roaches with a vicious blow. That ends my turn. Man, they're really hunkering me down here. Draw a card. Where was that last round? Gain a resource. And next turn. Looks like it is now turn 6. Put a doom on the agenda. Oh, this doom is moving so fast. Dance of the Yellow King. If you fail, take 2 horror. Oh boy, that's not going to be good. -2. Okay, so we failed. We're going to take 2 horror. We'll just get rid of this thing. And it was an emergency cache. And then we have to search for a madness weakness, which, there it is. Drawing the sign. Things are going pretty badly. Okay, drawing the sign is out, and we're still here at this stupid mess hall. I think I'm going to go start a fire in the kitchen. That's the only thing I can do now. Oh man, this is getting difficult. At the end of the round, I'd have 3 cards left. But this round, I can... Okay, yeah, let's do this. We'll use shortcut to move to the kitchen. Kitchen is not a place I usually go for, but in this case, I think I have to. Okay, kitchen, and then we have to... We'll use an forbidden knowledge to take a horror and gain a resource. It's a free action. So far, I have not used any actions. We'll spend 2 resources to working a hunch. We'll pick up the clue. Still haven't used any actions. Action number 1. Let's try and do this willpower test. It's going to be a 3 to a 2. Do I have any cards I can commit? I really need those anatomical diagrams, so no. It is what it is. 3 to a 2. Let's go. We got 3 chances. -4. Not good. Zero. Good enough. Okay, so we start the fire in the kitchen. Boom. 2 objectives. All right, and then action number 3, we'll move back to the mess hall. And that is turn. So then we will draw a card. And it is crack the case. Gain a resource. End of the upkeep phase. We got to discard a card. We'll discard crack the case. Doom goes on the agenda. Oh my goodness. And we draw a card, and it is the yellow sign. Oh my god, dude, this is ridiculous. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mark the turn. It is turn 7. All right, testing for willpower. I will probably fail unless I get an elder sign. -1, nope. So we fail. We take 2 horror. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how Carolyn can die from horror damage. I have 5 horror, so I cannot even use anatomical diagrams anymore. So I'll just commit it to test moving forward. Okay, my turn. So we're going to move 1. Action 2, move there. Spend a resource to fast action play open gate right here. And then final action, we'll move back here. That's our turn. Draw a card. Yes, Pathfinder. Okay, gain a resource. Oh, that's going to help. And Doom goes on the agenda. We are at 6 Doom, and it is turn number 8. Another voices in your head. Oh man, this means those lunatics are going to be all packed in one place. Cannot move more than once each turn. Yeah. Okay. That's annoying as heck. Okay, let's boy. We'll move 1 to this asylum hall, and it is... Oh god. If you finish your turn there, you take a horror and gain 2 resources. Right now I cannot afford to take the horror. So let's I was gonna get rid of this, but we'll now move here as my second action. And it looks like there is 1 clue. So action number 3, we'll go ahead and grab this clue. It's going to be a 4 to a 3. -3, that fails. So that ends my turn. Draw a card. Gain a resource. This is pretty funny. We have to discard 2 cards. Let's discard this and an open gate, I guess. Okay. Next turn, turn 9. And the agenda will advance. Oh boy. Now you know who is coming. Okay. Choose 1 monster from the set aside right here. We're going to shuffle that in there in a second. And then Constance comes out. We have 8 rounds. Constance Dumaine from the yard. Let's shuffle this. Dude, I just know I'm going to get bombarded by enemies now. This is not good. I gave my weapon away because, well, straitjacket and corrosion just take them away anyways. Okay. Well, this could be the end coming up. Let's see what happens. And it's a straitjacket. Not that it affects me right now. Okay. That's not too bad, actually. Let's investigate. Try to get this clue for a victory point. -4 again. God. Let's do it again. 4 to 3. Auto fail. Yeah. This is looking grim. Okay. Final action. 4 to 3. -2. I don't know why I didn't boost my intellect. That's dumb of me. A wasted turn. Turn ends. We draw a card. Oh, I can only play during my turn. Darn. Gain a resource. Now the question of the day. Do I want shortcut or pathfinder? If I get hit with roaches on a Shroud 5 location, I could shortcut with them. But pathfinder I could get more uses out of. Okay, let's keep. People are going to be yelling at their screens. I think I'm going to keep shortcut. You know what? No, let's not. Screw it. We'll keep Pathfinder. There we go. Okay, that's a new turn. Looks like it is turn number 10. Doom on the agenda. And here we roll. Okay, I lose an action because I have 3 horror and the surges. And I get the famous roaches. Oh my god, this is this is going so bad now. All my test runs went much better than this. They have a combat of 3 right now. I can take a hit. Oh, I forgot to move Constance. Let's move her. They take a hit. I can take a hit and get their fight down to 2. This is, I guess, but I'll miss that victory point. At this point, you know what? Screw the victory point. Let's just try and survive. So, man, I'm going to miss so many victory points. That's okay. Let's move to Asylum Halls. The roaches take an opportunity attack to bite me with their nastiness. And then we're going to boost or take a horror from Forbidden Knowledge, putting us with 3 horror left. And then that'll get us a resource. So then we'll boost our combat. I was saving this for Daniel, but that's okay. We can get some more. So 4 resources for Kenai to boost our combat now to a 4. We're attacking a 4 to a 2. Tablet. Tablet is a -2. That's good enough. Hit him one more time. 4 to a 2. -1. That's good enough. Roaches are dead. That's the end of the turn. Enemy phase. Constance is catching up to us. Draw a card. Gain a resource. God. Okay. New turn. It is now turn 11. Doom goes on the agenda. Oh, wait. I gotta discard. I think we'll have to discard Pathfinder. As much as I'd hate to. Okay, discard Pathfinder and draw our counter card, Ooze and Filth. Not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and move down to the Basement Hall. Basement Hall is a 4-shroud, 1 clue location. It is a victory point location, but things are going so poorly, I'm going to have to just forget about victory points. And we'll put the patient confinement locations into play 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I cannot fight Daniel just yet. I'm going to have to spend my next 2 actions getting rid of this. We'll get rid of this because we need to move more than once each round. That's the end of my round. And Constance moves here. She is closing in. Get a resource, draw a card. And there you are, Peter. Doom on the agenda. Ooze and Filth goes away. It is now round 12. And it is Corrosion. Okay, so Corrosion, we need to get rid of item. We don't have any items, so it gets Surge. Walls closing in. Test 4 willpower. We have a 3, so that fails. And what does it say here? Skull, if you fail, randomly choose. Okay, so we have to choose 2 monster enemies. 1, 2. Okay, turn. Oh, man. This is going to be down to the wire here. Let's go. I still can't beat Daniel. All right, we'll spend an action to gain a resource. And then we'll move in. No, spend another action to gain a resource. And then we'll move into this patient confinement. Good, it's not Daniel. Okay, so it's a 5-shroud, 1 clue. You can test 2 combat to whatever, release the patient. So that ends my turn. Constance moves into the basement hall. She'll be at us next round. We'll have to go to her and evade her. Okay, turn ends. Draw a card, Pathfinder, gain a resource. We have to get rid of a card. It'll be Peter. And then Doom on the agenda. It is now turn 13. Oh man, another voices in your head. You cannot play events. God, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's try to start the fight, and then we'll go deal with Constance. We'll evade Constance. Because if we take a hit from her, it's going to really hurt. Or do we evade her and then move to a location? Done 2. Okay. Yeah, let's just boost our combat to 3. No, we can't. Oh. How are we going to deal with... Well, do we even need to deal with Daniel is the question. We can tank his hits. This is going to make or break this right here. Do I go for this? Or do I go for Daniel? All right, let's go. Let's try and kill Daniel. This is going to be, this is, I think, a riskier endeavor here. All right, we're going to move, and Constance engages us. We'll go ahead and commit Pathfinder for a agility icon. And so we're going to try and evade her 3 to a 1. -3, that's a failure. Shoot. Okay. This could be the end right here. I think I forgot to use a clue to get in here. I don't remember if I did or not. Um. Oh boy. This is the end. Try to evade her a 2 to a 1. Tablet. That's not good. Turn ends. Constance hits me for 2 damage. Ouch. I am at 1 health. I draw a card, and that goes discard it, gain a resource. Doom on the agenda. Wall's closing in. Testing a 3 to a 4. Oh, this is a disaster. -2, that's a failure. Put an enemy below the act. And it is now turn, is that 12, 13, 14? Turn 14. Oh, boy. All right, we'll try and evade her. 2 to a 1. -3, not good enough. Try to evade her. 2 to a 1. -3. I think this was over way earlier. Try to evade her. 2 to a 1, a 0. She is evaded. But that's my final action. So she re-engages us, but she doesn't attack us. So we'll gain a card, which we'll discard, and then gain a resource. We are at 6 doom. I don't know that we have enough time to finish now. No matter what, I think it's over for us. Carolyn will be in the asylum forever. Okay, let's see what we get. And it is this dude. And just like in the, not killed by one of the big bads, but instead, Carolyn has been killed by a maniac and gone insane. And now she is done. She is dead. We'll have to pick a new investigator moving forward. Oh man, we made a really solid effort. During my test runs, I lost about 25% of my games, which I thought was decent odds. Goes anywhere near what the test games go like when you actually play live. So it is. Carolyn is now dead. We'll have to pick a new investigator. I didn't even have a contingency plan for a new investigator, so I'll have to just think about who I'm going to play next to finish off the league. And we didn't even get that many victory points. I think we got 1 victory point. Yeah, 1 victory point, 14 rounds, and we are killed. Yeah, the time didn't bother me, to be honest, because I had this. I could actually just get Daniel and then get 1 final objective and then just fly over here and then just spend the final turn moving there, getting the clue, and or not getting the clue, getting the thing, and then exiting. So I wasn't worried so much about the time, although clearly that was a factor here. But I got slowed down a lot more than I have been in my test plays. So, well, yeah, definitely. Before Open Gate existed, there was no other way back other than just moving or using Pathfinder or something. But Open Gate definitely makes this scenario a lot easier for those investigators who can take it. But, well, so be it. And then that stargazing card, it must have been the bottom one because it never came up. Oh, there it is now. Because the scenario had 7 Doom Threshold, and 1 card that I pulled had Surge. So I drew 8 cards, and this never came up to give me my free card and resource. Well, let's see who we're going to finish the campaign with to avenge Carolyn's death. Well, that was a lot of fun, regardless of the defeat. Some hilarity occurred, and, well, no hard feelings against the maniac, even though he's killed me twice already in this campaign. But he's just doing his job. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.